Guys, this is a recording, a special episode. We are still calling it Notebook Podcast episode 7, I think we're on now. But I wanted to come on here and give my reaction to the game that we've just witnessed, Argentina versus England. I've done podcast episode 6 to talk about the pre-match to that and everything going into that game and the World Cup of the quarterfinals and then the semi-final that we saw with France taking on Spain. Obviously, Spain won there in the final. England were going to go and play Spain in this final. However, unfortunately, we have lost. We have lost 2-0. No, 2-0, 2-1. We have lost 2-1 to Argentina. It's a real shame, guys. But let's get into it. Let's talk about it. I had to come on here. Normally, I would do a podcast episode notebook from my notes of lots of different things in the World Cup. But I felt like I need to say, and this is a way of me dealing with what I've just witnessed. So, not happy about that performance. For the most part of that game, we were the better team. Let's just have a look at the official stats. Gordon scores for England to make it 1-0 in the 55th minute. We have it confirmed in the second half. In the first half, we looked the better team. We were creating more chances. All right, they were mostly half chances, but we were doing better than Argentina. Gordon scores, and then very soon after, Thomas Tuchel makes a big call to take off Anthony Gordon for Konsa and goes very defensive very quickly and early on in the game. In my personal opinion, guys, I think this costs us the match. Then, the way it was going, let's have a look at some of the substitutions for England and what Thomas Tuchel did to break it down a bit more. So, Gordon comes off in the 72nd minute. Ezri Konsa comes on, who is a defender. Gordon's playing on the left. Gordon, of all the players you could say, should not be coming off. Maybe Saka should have come on for Rodgers. Declan Rice is taken off for Nico O'Reilly, another defender. Spencer's brought on for Marcus Rashford, but that's later on in the game. We'll get to that in a sec. Reece James comes off for Dan Burn, but Reece James hasn't looked fully fit, obviously. But he's bringing on another big defender as a centre-back for a right-back. So we go very defensive. I think this cost us the game. We sit in a low block. Argentina are all over us. I think it was a matter of time, guys, before Argentina were going to score. And of course they did. It doesn't look like the stats are coming back now. What's going on here? Anyway, Argentina, I don't think I have the stats. Argentina score an amazing goal from far out. Okay, there wasn't much we can do. Maybe we could have closed them down and got closer to them. I can't actually remember who that player is because I don't have the stats in front of me. But I know, obviously, Argentina scored a great goal. There wasn't really anything that Pickford could have done about it. Pickford in that game also, by the way, was amazing. We go a goal down, holding on to the end of the game. Tuchel felt we could just hold on and defend, but really we needed to look for that second goal. If you look at Argentina's performances leading up to this performance, they like to score at the end of matches. It was Enzo Fernandez that scored that goal in the 85th minute. But yeah, Argentina, they like to leave it late. Well, they don't necessarily like to, but they have done. They can go a few goals down. They can be 2-0. Look at the matches they've played against in the previous games, in the previous fixtures. Let's have a look at some. Have we got some fixtures for them? Against Egypt, they were 2-0 down at one point. They go goals down. They were drawing at one point to Cape Verde. They win last minute. They win games last minute. This is what they do. And Thomas Tuchel thought we can just defend for a long extended period of time, like 20 minutes to sit and defend. It wasn't the case. And of course, in stoppage time, Lisandro Martinez, I think it was stoppage time. It was very close to the end of the game. Lisandro Martinez scores a goal. Now, looking back on that goal that obviously win Argentina the game, make it 2-1, I think we could have done more defensively. So it was plus 2 minutes into stoppage time. Sorry, not Lisandro. Lautaro Martinez scores a header, which I think, looking at it, Gahey and Stones just give him a bit too much space. That's something you're taught from a young age. Close the attacker down. Get closer to him. And I think that doesn't go in for me. We could have been the better defensively, but is Thomas Tuchel the main reason to blame for this? It's a shame, guys. It really is. On Saturday, we play France in the bronze medal match. So that's third place playoff to get third. And then, obviously, Spain are taking on Argentina on Sunday. That game kicks off at 8 o'clock. France will take on England on Saturday at 10 o'clock, that is, if you want to watch that. I'm not too fussed about it. It'd be good to get third, but it's the best of the losers, that game, isn't it, really? That'll be held in Miami. Argentina beat Switzerland. That was quite late on, as mentioned in the previous podcast episode. The game against Egypt, obviously, Argentina score late on. Egypt, as far as I know, were actually winning the game 2-0. Egypt score early on. They then score again in the 67th minute. And then, Argentina score late on. It's just, this is what they do, you know. What did we expect was going to happen? Same with the Cape Verde game. It was 2-2 and Argentina score late on. It just happens time and time again. Surely Thomas Tuchel, an attacking manager, the irony in that, the fact that he's an attacking manager, he decided to go so defensive a little bit too early, and I think that cost England game. Anyway, let me know what you guys think of it. I had to come on here and do another podcast episode. But yeah, we wait for the England vs France game. And will Spain win the World Cup? My money's on Spain, but Argentina, it wouldn't be surprised me if they win late on again and win the World Cup for a second time in a row. They are the reigning champions for a reason. Guys, I hope you've enjoyed the podcast. See you later.